안녕하세요. Welcome to the look inside video of our book, My First 500 Korean Words, Book 2. If you already studied with Book 1, this is a sequel to it. And if you have the previous copy, previous edition, you might not see the label Book 1. But with the launch of this book, we changed it to Book 1 like this. So this 이야기로 배우는 한국어 기본 단어 500, this label moved up to this part of the book cover, and now you have Book 1. But the contents are the same, and this is a sequel. So this is for beginners, and this is for intermediate learners, and the layout is pretty much the same with some minor changes. So I'm going to compare these two books side by side and also introduce what this book offers, okay? So the thickness is similar, but a little less than the previous book because, let me explain why. So in Book 1, because this can be literally your first 500 Korean words, this offers more explanation, more background information, basic knowledge of the Korean language from here, page 15, to all the way to page 30-something, 38. So we don't want you to start learning or memorizing Korean vocabulary without like the basics of the Korean language. So we wanted to offer you that. Every time you need something related to like the essential grammar points and stuff like that, you can refer back to that here in the beginning of this first book, Book 1. And we know that if you're studying with the second book, you already know most of the basics, so we've kept it short. So that portion is gone. And the words themselves are going to be slightly more intermediate, a little more advanced than the previous book, the beginner level book, but the layout is similar. So once you begin, see the information is pretty short, and you get right into the actual learning of the new vocabulary. And similarly to the previous book, we have on the first page of each chapter, which is divided by days. You have 50 days in the book and you study for 50 consecutive days, and ideally you can learn 10 words a day, 500 words in total, and you will learn naturally through sample sentences and the stories that are included in the book, a lot more related Korean words and phrases at the same time. So first you check off the words that you already know here, and then after studying with each chapter, you come back to the first page of the day and then see how many words that you already have learned or mastered or familiarized yourself with. So here, let's look at page 18 as an example. I've dog-eared it here. So the words that you will be studying with in day 18 are 서랍, drawer, 정리하다, to organize, 우연히, coincidentally, 촬영하다, to record, to film, etc., etc. So these are the words, and these are not like random words that are just put together on a single list. They're going to be used in one single story like this. So what's different from the previous book is that because this is the beginner level book, after giving you a list of the words, we give you just part of the storyline. So the story will be given to you in English, the entire story, but the words will be in Korean. Here, though, in Book 2, we give you the full story from the beginning, and the words, the key words that you will learn on that day are in bigger font. So you can see already right from the beginning the story and the translation. So here, you can either read the whole thing and study with the all the details, or you can just study with the main keywords. And then moving on to the next part, in Book 1, you saw the related words here. Over here, you learn basic vocabulary. You can either study with these only, or study the related words, additional bonus words, so to speak. But here, because you are in the intermediate level, you learn with sample sentences. Sample sentences are going to be really, really useful. And I recommend that if you see something and then the sample sentence actually speaks to you, it can be applicable to your life. You can use it as is. Or if it's not, I recommend that you tweak little parts and then make your own sample sentence that you can say in your journal, in your text messages to your friends, or in your next conversation. And then you study, you read everything, say everything out loud, and then in the review session, you fill in the blanks with the keywords and complete the same story. And then you check the answer here with the translation. And here you have some various types of crossword or puzzles, and this one is a crossword puzzle. There will be other types of exercises, and you study each chapter's worth of vocabulary like that over 6 pages. And then after each set of 10 days, you see another exercise, which is going to be a review like this, quiz for days 11 to 20. So you see lots of questions that could be useful for your test preparation, whatever test you're preparing for. So that's the book, and it has 50 days of really, really essential and useful fun Korean vocabulary. You also have the answer key at the back of the book. It's going to be the same price as this book, and yeah, equally, really, really beautifully designed, I would say. Would you agree? So thank you for studying with Talk to Me in Korean's books and courses, and thank you for considering picking this one up, and I hope you enjoy learning with it. 감사합니다.